everybody, welcome to Real Life Reflections. I'm Kathleen Diane, and in this video I want to talk a little bit today about something I think we've all experienced plenty of times in one way or another, and that's fear. So what comes to mind when we think about fear? Maybe our hearts start beating a little faster, maybe our stomachs, we get those butterflies and knots in there, maybe it gets a little bit harder to breathe. We just get this overall feeling of worry and doubt and maybe even some dread. And feeling those things can definitely freeze us up and make us not want to keep moving forward and keep going. It can hold us back from what we want to do. And it can keep us from feeling what we could be feeling and instead leave us full of all these emotions that don't feel good. And it can be really stressful. And so when might we feel these kinds of things? What kind of situations might bring in this emotion of fear? Well, for one, of course, anything truly frightening or dangerous, of course, that's going to bring in fear, and with good reason. But sometimes fear creeps up on us when things are going well, when they're going really good. And that's what I want to focus on today, those kind of times and that kind of fear. Because it can really mess with us, how we feel, and just with our lives. For example, say you're thinking of making some life changes, doing something different, starting something new. Say, for example, that you are maybe thinking of moving to a new town or getting a new job or starting up a business of your own. Maybe you are starting a new relationship, or maybe you're ending the one that you have been in and heading out on your own. Okay, and let's just say you're feeling really good, you're feeling really excited about things, right? But then you find yourself starting to question, starting to doubt, starting to worry. All these fears come up. And that's okay though, it's natural. There's going to be a lot of times in life where the situation we're in or something going on, and it's going to cause fear to present itself. We can't really make that fear never be there. However, we can choose what to do with that fear when it does show up. I mean, we could kind of just let it paralyze us, let it hold us back from what we want to be doing and what we want to be feeling. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that all the time. Or, as I've talked about before with those not so good feeling emotions in general, we can choose to look at it all differently, see it in a different way, respond to it in a different way, and watch the difference it makes. So here's my take. Back in the days when fear came up about something, I would take it as meaning that something bad was going to happen, or at least that something bad could happen, and and start, getting all into it, and it would just get worse and worse. The fear would grow. It would feed off of itself. I could literally make sure that I didn't enjoy things, that I didn't enjoy events that I was at, things I was doing, my relationships, my kids, my life. I was stuck in this feeling of fear and worry. When it came up, I'd just get all wrapped into it, and it would really affect the way that I felt and the way that I, thought things were going to go. Caused a lot of anxiety. It didn't feel good. It wasn't a good way to go around feeling, and it wasn't a good way to go around living. But then, after quite a bit of time reflecting, and just as I got more life experience and with that reflecting, when fear came into my life, when everything was going well, and I felt good, and I felt happy, and I felt excited, I started to see it differently. I realized that even though when that fear came in, it messed with what I felt and gave me this not good feeling, I realized that it actually wasn't a bad emotion at all. I had this revelation come to me. So many of those times when I felt fear, when I felt worried, when I thought that things would go wrong or mess up or something bad would happen, it was because I cared. I cared about the person I was worrying about. I cared about the situation I was worrying about. Whatever it was that brought in that sense of fear, it was only because I cared about it that that fear was there. And then I thought a little bit further into things. How awesome, how amazing actually to have stuff to care about, to have things in my life that I care so much about, to have people in my life that I care so much about. Does that make sense? We have fear because we have things that we care about. What a neat thought to truly understand. So these days, the second a feeling of worry or doubt or fear comes into my mind, I think about that, and I even say to myself out loud, you know what? I feel this fear because I care. And I care because I have these things or these people to care about. And that's a good thing. So thank you, fear. Thank you for reminding me that I'm so lucky, so fortunate, so blessed to have this to care about. Thank you. And let it be on its way. I tell you, it makes a huge difference to understand that and to do that. Let's go over a couple quick examples. Let's say that you're in a relationship and it's going good. Say that it's with a wonderful person. You feel good about them and how they are and what they do and how they treat you, and you know it's all going well. But say you keep having these doubts coming in, these things telling you, no, they probably don't really love you, and no, they're probably going to cheat on you or leave you or this or that, and say it's really starting to mess with you and even affect the relationship in a negative way, because it can. Well, if you take a moment to step back and think about it and think, you know what, all really is good in a relationship. I'm feeling this, I'm thinking this. Why? Why am I having this fear? Because I care. Because I care about them and I care about our relationship. And it is so good and it is so great. And I love that and I don't want to lose it. And so that's why that fear is there. Because it's important to me, because I care. See, it doesn't mean anything bad's going to happen. It just means that you care and you love, and that you have somebody to care about and love, and that's a really good thing. So let's take another example. Let's talk about worrying about our children. Let's, whether it's a baby or teenagers or an adult child, that's a common thing that can come up with a lot of us parents, worrying about our children and hoping that they're safe, hoping that they're doing well, that they're feeling good, and a lot of things like that. And it can actually be quite anxiety inducing and stressful to think about those kind of things, especially if we're taking it as, oh no, maybe something is really wrong with them or something is really going on. But what we need to do is take a step back once again, relax, breathe, and ask ourselves, okay, why am I feeling this? Why am I having these feelings? Once again, it's because we care. We want them to be doing good, everything to be going good because we care, because we love them. And we need to remember that, and remember that it's a beautiful thing. We're being shown that we have these beautiful children in our lives. We're so blessed to have them, to care about, and to love. So once again, an awesome thing. Thank you, fear, for reminding us. And you may go. I tell you that fear that you have inside you, that those feelings of worry and all of that you're feeling are going to transform over into love. Something that you absolutely hated feeling is going to be turned into this feeling of gratitude and appreciation and just being grateful, which is an amazing thing. And the more you do this, the more natural it comes. The more natural and quicker you are when fear does present itself in those situations, to be able to be transmuted into love instead. You will feel so much better if you can keep that in mind, if you can start doing that and make that a habit. It'll make a huge difference in your life. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please click on the thumbs up button below. It really helps me. Also, please share this video with your friends or family, or on your Facebook or other social media. There definitely might be other people out there who would love to hear this message on a different way of thinking of fear when it comes up in those kinds of times. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. That way you can keep up on new videos as I post them, okay? And I guess with that being said, that will be it for today. Thank you so very much for watching. You guys take care, and I will see you next time.